Grant Hill, once celebrated as one of the brightest stars in basketball, now faces a chapter of life that is quietly tragic and deeply emotional. At 53, Hill is a man who has experienced both the pinnacle of athletic achievement and the heavy burden of unrealized potential caused by circumstances beyond his control. From his college days at Duke University, where he earned recognition as a prodigious talent, to being the number 3 overall pick in the 1994 NBA draft, Grant Hill was poised to redefine basketball greatness. Fans and analysts alike marveled at his versatility, athleticism, and poise on the court. He was the kind of player whose skill set promised dominance, whose presence inspired teammates, and whose dedication made him a role model for aspiring athletes. Yet, the very promise that brought him fame also exposed him to the cruel realities of professional sports. His career, though decorated with all-star selections and Olympic appearances, was plagued by injuries that robbed him of his physical peak and forced him to adapt continually to new limitations. Chronic ankle problems, surgeries, and long rehabilitation periods interrupted his rhythm, leaving fans frustrated and Hill himself confronted with the harsh truth that even the most gifted athletes are not immune to the fragility of the human body. The tragedy is not a story of failure. Hill's achievements are remarkable, but of what could have been. The narrative of a player destined for legendary status is complicated by repeated setbacks, and that shadow has followed him long after retirement. Off the court, Hill endured the pressures of celebrity, the scrutiny of media, and the internal struggle of reconciling public expectation with personal reality. The glamour of professional sports belies the quiet pain of injuries, the slow erosion of mobility, and the sense of loss that comes with knowing one's prime cannot last forever. Beyond the physical toll, Hill faced emotional and mental challenges, navigating the identity shift from elite athlete to retired professional. This transition, often overlooked by fans, is deeply personal and difficult. The contrast between the energetic, game-changing presence seen in highlight reels and the limitations imposed by injury adds a layer of heartbreaking realism to his story. Despite these trials, Grant Hill has demonstrated extraordinary resilience and character. He transformed adversity into opportunity by embracing leadership roles, mentoring younger athletes, engaging in business ventures, and giving back through philanthropy. His influence extends beyond the hardwood. He has become an example of how grace, humility, and perseverance define true greatness. The heartbreak is compounded by the fact that many people only remember his early promise and the what ifs of his career, overlooking the courage and dignity with which he faced continuous obstacles. Hill's story reminds us that success is not solely measured in trophies and accolades, but in the ability to confront hardship and maintain integrity. His legacy is multifaceted, a mix of triumph and unfulfilled potential, brilliance and struggle, joy and quiet sorrow. At 53, Grant Hill's life exemplifies the human side of professional sports, where extraordinary talent intersects with unpredictable circumstance. It is a story of resilience, of courage, and of the emotional and physical cost of pursuing excellence at the highest level. The tragedy is real, but so is his enduring impact, both on the game and on the countless lives he has touched through mentorship, philanthropy, and example. Reflecting on Hill today, we see a man who has lived through highs and lows, whose spirit remains unbroken, and whose journey reminds us that behind every athlete's highlight reel is a deeply human story filled with struggle, perseverance, and the bittersweet reality of what it means to give everything you have to your passion. The narrative of Grant Hill at 53 is a mixture of inspiration and sorrow, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the reality that even greatness comes with a cost. It is beyond heartbreaking, yet profoundly moving, to see a man who gave so much to his craft continue to navigate life with dignity, strength, and a quiet, unwavering determination that defines the true measure of his legacy.